So now let's add an alert message that the book has been successfully added. So on the add book, let's add an alert. Const alert set alert use state false, and this will make set alert to true, and on top of that we will get a alert notification. Okay, so now let's go and check how to add alert in Bootstrap. In alerts, let's go to the success. So if alert, then have this, else nothing. And here we'll have new book added successfully, and after 2 seconds let's move automatically back to the index page, so that user need not to go back to the index page to see the newly added book. So let's set a delay of 2 seconds. So router.push will automatically push to the index page, and to delete this alert after 2 seconds, let's have a timeout, set timeout, and what this will do is this will change the alert to false, so that it will automatically go away, and time will be like, let's say 5 seconds. Okay, not 5 seconds, 0.5 seconds. So whenever there is a new book, it will show up on this, and then it will, let's comment this to check this out. So let's say book ID is like 32 and book name is, let's say, data intensive application. Copy the image, data intensive book, price let's say 51.5. So as you can see, there is a success alert button. So let's make it small. Okay, so let's put that, I would say, in this complete code inside, like this, so it will be of same size of that. Okay, so if what is this error is class name. Okay, let's change it to name. And I would say width is 50. Okay, so now let's have another book, system design interview. $39, price let's same. So you can see that there's a, it was like for a very short time, so let's make it to, let's say, 1.5 seconds. Okay, maybe 2 seconds. So let's add another book. This is like volume 2. So let's have V2. This 49. So now new book added successfully. Okay. So now let's have okay. So now the book will show on the full. Okay, the alert will be of full width. Okay, so now let's automatically go to the index page after some time. So let's add a delay. Okay, so to add a delay, we'll use a function delay. Okay, so let's define that delay function like this and add a delay. Let's have delay of how much? Delay of 200 to 2000 seconds, 2000 milliseconds. So basically 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, it will automatically go to the main page. So a newly book added will be automatically will be shown to the user. Okay. So let's go to the main page. So now you can see we have a lot of books. Now let's add one more book. And the book will be let's say this green one. This is like cracking coding interview. So 72 cracking coding interviews. Price is let's say 54.1. Okay, you can see now we are on the main page. Okay, so this await will definitely wait now for 2 seconds. So let's see again. So this time let's have this algorithm book. Book ID is 121, price is 12. See, newly book added, and after 2 seconds automatically. So as you can see, the algorithm is here. Okay. So we can now add a new book, and delete will delete it. So let's delete one. So let's delete this algorithm. So now the algorithm book is deleted. Now let's delete. Okay, let's not delete. Now the only functionality pending is the update. So now let's go and add this functionality. So after clicking update, we'll go to an update page where we can update the values. So now first of all, let's create a page called update. Okay, so here in page update.js, so export default function update return okay. So the logic of update and add book is somewhat same. So let's go and add this entire state. Okay, and in the update we will receive what? We will receive book ID. Okay, so in each card we have update. Okay, so what will happen here is it will take the user to the update page. So we need to use the router. So const router use router, and this router will take the user to slash update book ID equals to book ID. So here say update book ID book ID. Okay, so now let's say update this. Can't reassign to a variable declared as const. Okay, so it is saying that it is can't. Okay, so this one, right? So let's say props so here use says is not defined, so let's define the use state. Okay, so now let's go and update this. Use router is not defined, so let's import router. So yeah, almost all the thing is imported, so I believe now we can go. So yeah, now we are at the correct page, update with book ID as 49. Okay, so now we have book ID in props. So now let's fetch the book details. Okay, so use effect so now function get book by ID and will await get request. This will be an async function slash books slash props dot book ID. So we'll get the JSON, right? So we'll get the book itself. So const book. So now let's set this, set book ID as book dot book ID set book title as book title book image URL and set book price as book price. So this will set the initial value. So now let's call this. So now we'll have all these initial values. I have made one mistake. Instead of props, it should be router dot book ID, because we are not passing anything in the props. This will be a route property, router's property. Okay, so now we'll have this. So now we need a one form to update. So let's use the same form that we defined for the add. Okay, so now let's copy this entire end to end and let's paste this as it is. Okay, so now we need one on submit handler. So let's copy that too. So on submit handler, we'll have the same, that will do exactly the same thing, but except instead of put request, post request, it will make put request. And let's the alert message is book information updated successfully, and after 2000 milliseconds of delay, it will move back to the index page. So now let's first fill this. Okay, pre-filled. So now our update page looks like, go to bookstore, update. So it is showing add, make it, let's change it to update. So update book information. Now we need a book ID and image pre-filled here. So for that, books router.book ID. Let's console to see whether we are fetching this or not. So book ID is undefined, so let's change it. Changing a component is changed. Is changing a control input to be uncontrolled. So let's check that. This is correct. So router.book ID is null. So let's fix this. So let's print the router itself. Console.log. Okay, so the book ID is present in query dot rather than directly. So router dot query dot book ID. Okay, so router dot query dot book ID. So okay, so let's remove these, and now we'll okay. So now let's go back. Let's update. Now let's update this price of Java to $10 to $100. So update Java price to 100.5, submit. So now delay is not defined. So now let's go, and there is a delay method. So let's go and update the same delay method. So go back now, update. Now from 105 to let's update it to 200. Now submit book information update successfully, and it will automatically go back to the index page where it has updated value. So as you can see, there is no error in the console. So now we have our end-to-end project ready. So in the URL, so basically in the index page, our website is up, and the user is able to see all the books in book information in the form of card, bootstrap card. The size of these looks unusual, so let's go and update. So let's in the card, let's add one class to this image. Let's call it card image and copy this, and in the global, in this style global.css, let's add width is equals to 400 pixel and height is equals to 400 pixel. Object fit is equals to cover. So now we'll have the same height for all our card. So all our books will have of same size, and you can see this is fully responsive. So until the medium size it will appear like this, and once it becomes less than mid, it will shrink to one view. Okay, as you can see like this, and the navbar is also collapsed. Okay, as you can see it's fully responsive. Now we can go and update. So for this, let's update the title to updated title, price let's say 151, submit. We'll get an alert, and after 2 seconds automatically it will comes to the index page. Price is updated, index is updated. And now to delete it, go once we click the delete button, we get a pop-up of like asking the user that whether they are sure to delete or not. If they are unsure, they will say no, and if they are sure, they will say yes. And once they click yes, it will delete it from the backend, even from the database. And you can see that the book has been deleted, and also it is not present in our backend service as well. So even if we see the database, the DynamoDB, let me open that DynamoDB table. So this is the DynamoDB table, and you can see we have right now total of 7 records. And how many we have? 3, 3, 3, 6 and 7 records here. Even if I go and delete Python from this database due to some issue, now there is no Python. Now if I go and refresh this, there is no Python. Okay, so this is in fully sync. The front end is separate from the backend. Backend can scale independent of front end, and front end can scale independent of backend. So this is what the final full stack project. If this video was useful for you, then please hit the like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.